In honor of Pentecost, I thought I would do two verses today from Acts chapter 2, verses 44 and 45. Pontes de hoi pistuantes, esan epi to auto. And all the ones believing were in the same. So de is a postpositive, it's a procrastinator, never comes where it's supposed to, but we translate it first. And all, this is nominative plural masculine with the S of all. And all, the ones believing. So my aunt is an active participle. So this is, and there's nothing done to pistuo. So nothing done to the stem. So it's present, active participle. And S again is a nominative masculine plural ending. It's a third declension ending. The article never lies, so I knew it was masculine plural nominative from hoi. So my first stage translation would be the believing ones. And then second stage, use Ken's rule. If it has the article, which it does, use who or that. So it's talking about people, so let's use who. All the ones who believing. And then bring it on down, stage 3 translation, all the ones who believed were, this is the imperfect of a me, they were epitoauto, they were in the same. This is a key concept for Luke. They are unified. They are of one mind. I don't think this is talking about location in the same place. It's saying they are of one spirit, of one heart, of one direction and trajectory. Kai akon apanta, hapanta, koina, kai ta, klemata kai. Okay, I move my screen around there a little so you can see. And they were having all things common. Akon is the irregular imperfect of echo, to have. Normally we wouldn't have an iota with the imperfect, but we do here. And then, so ason is the imperfect, the irregular imperfect of me, and akon is the irregular imperfect of echo. They were having all things common. I don't know that there's a big difference in meaning between pontes and hapanta. Maybe it's a stylistic thing. Don't do the same word twice. Obviously, these are related. So they were holding all things common. So they didn't consider their own stuff, but they shared. Kai ta klemata, both the goods and the possessions they were selling, and they were distributing them to all as someone would have need. Okay, so they're sharing. If somebody needs stuff and somebody has extra stuff, they share their stuff. So this is a ma noun, katema, a thing created, a good, as it were. Unlike my ma, these ma nouns are all neuter plural alpha, bingo. So it's the thing, the goods, the stuff, and the possessions. Now, huparxis is a feminine word. It's a cis noun, sissy noun. Anyway, it's feminine. And the article never lies. Again, accusative plural feminine. Both the goods and the possessions they were selling. So this would appear to be an imperfect, although it doesn't look like an imperfect. Not a lot of clues that it's an imperfect. I suppose the ending, anese, aminet, anesan, it's a third person plural imperfect ending, I suppose. Although technically the endings aren't the tense. The tense comes from the stem, but there are no clues as to what tense it is from the stem. So I have to go from the ending. I think that it's an imperfect, and the context. They were selling. The imperfect tense is past continuous action. So we have past continuous action, implying that this was their lifestyle. They were having all things in common. This is what they were doing, not just a one-time thing. This was their lifestyle, their practice, and they were selling their goods and possessions and they were distributing as people had need. Diamerizone, have I pronounced this? Kai ta katemata kai tax tas huparxes epipraxon, epipraskan kai diamerazon auta, pasen kathoti an tis, crayon aken. Got some crayons here. Okay, they were distributing diamerazone. There's the augment, the third letter there, and then there's the kind of ending used with the imperfect tense. It's a secondary active ending, we call it. They were distributing. Imperfect active indicative third plural from diamerizo. Them, neuter plural alpha, bingo, to all, dative plural, as. Now, on is a little bomb. It throws everything up in the air. It's a contingency marker. Doesn't have a direct translation. So I put would in here because the on makes it uncertain. As someone would have need is the sense. It's not suggesting that everybody had a need every day, but as a need would arise, people would meet the need, including selling property that they had and things that they had. Tis is the indefinite pronoun, someone. If it had the accent, it would be the interrogative pronoun, who, but it doesn't have the accent, so it's indefinite. So just as someone would have need. This is imperfect here. There is perhaps a sense here that this was not an everyday thing. I don't want to make too much of that. Well, they weren't moochers. I don't want to make too much of that. So it's as the need would arise is the connotation here, I think. Aken is, again, the imperfect active indicative of echo. This is third singular. This is third plural. And then this is accusative. Okay, so, and all the ones who believed were in the same, and they were having all things common, holding all things common, and both the goods and the possessions they were selling, and they were distributing them to all as someone would have need. And that is our Greek for the week.